Hello, 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 guys. It's your girl Candy J. You know what I'm doing. I am sending this over to some people so that they can tune in this morning. Um, how do you make your spouse happy? How do you make your significant other happy? That's what we're talking about this morning. Um, I am just sharing. Tell me where you guys are watching from. I'm just pinging a few people in to come watch. Give me 1 second. But yeah, let me know where you are watching from. I'm in Dallas, Texas. It's finally sunny out here, and it's a beautiful view out of my window right now. I'm just looking over the patio. I know you can't tell that I'm standing up right now, but that is definitely what I'm doing. So someone saw my post the other day and sent me an email. I'm sorry, a DM, and asked, well, how do I really make my spouse happy, right? My significant other happy. So if you're just joining me, my name is Candy J. I am a certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute and through the American Colleges of Sexology. I am a relationship and sex coach. I focus on putting the oohs and the ahs back into your relationship. I do this by helping you to foster better communication. I work with all different types of couples. I've helped hundreds of couples at this point. And I'm so glad to be before you today. So again, she sent me a message and said, how do I really make my spouse happy? And so I had a lot of follow-up questions for her. But I figured there are a few things that we touched on, right? So one thing is to know their love language, right? And so if you've seen some of my posts, I've been posting about my course. It's called Be Presidential in the Bedroom. And one of those portions or segments is called love languages, exploring those love languages. There's quality time, there's physical touch, there's gifts, there's words of affirmation, and there's acts of service. Where does your partner fall on that spectrum? It's very, very important, right? Because their happiness relies on some of those things that are needed through the love languages. So, prime example, right? My love language is quality time and physical touch. So, and physical touch doesn't have to be anything about sex. It could just be, I just want to rub elbows with you, or I want to sit on the couch and put my feet up with you and watch television or watch a movie, or just giving me hugs and kisses before you leave the house. That's physical touch to me. Quality time is just, hey, let's have great conversations, whether that be 30 minutes to an hour. That makes me happy. So that's one of the ways that you can make your spouse happy or partner happy if you know their love languages. I promise. If you know your love language, drop it in the chat for me, guys. Drop it in the comments and let me know what your love language is. And do you know your partner's love language? That would be amazing to know. And you can see the compare and the contrast there, right? Here's another thing. I know it sounds simple, but ask them what makes them happy and execute it. So for instance, if making sure that you give me a hug and a kiss walking out the door is going to make me happy every day, by all means, do so. If vacuuming out my car and making sure that I get an oil change, that would make me happy, right? Sometimes it's just as simple as asking them and executing whatever it is, right? So here's number 3. Be honest and communicate effectively. Be honest and communicate effectively. This also goes back to their love language, right? So you have some people that shut down when something happens, right? So those people, that you have to give a few minutes time, and when there's something conflict that's going on, let them go to the man cave, let you go to your she shed, let you go out for drinks with your girls, whatever it is, so that when you come back to the situation, you can communicate effectively and honestly, right? For other people that want to talk right then, here, this is something that I had to learn in my relationship and in my marriage, that my communication skills are awesome, but my ex-husband's, he was the shut down person. So I had to give him a moment, but I could not be that right now. I have to have an answer right now. We have to talk about this, because that's not how he deals with it. So there's a compromise there somewhere, right? So 15, 20 minutes, or a designated time frame, right? To make sure that, hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about all of this. So be honest and effectively communicate. And that means share your feelings, share when something is great, share when something is wrong. Support them. Oh my goodness. This is one of the biggest things that I see with my clients. Sometimes support just looks like listening to your significant other. Sometimes support looks like sharing a Facebook or Instagram post. Sometimes support looks like, hey, you see, I have all this stuff in my hands. Can you grab something? Sometimes support just looks like, hey, I'm having a bad moment right now. I just need you to wrap your arms around me. I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you to do anything. I just want you to be there in that moment, right? So support looks so different for different people. So when you're talking to your spouse about this, right, you need to make sure that you guys have that conversation, right? And so when things arise, then you can know, okay, this is what support looks like for them. And sometimes it might be instantaneous. There's something in the moment that you could do, which means that, well, you may not have had a chance to talk about it before, but right then and there, try to articulate, hey, this is what I need from you, right? That's about communication effectively, right? Support them, whatever that looks like for them. So, drop me support if you know how to support your significant other. Drop that in the comments for me. Last one, guys, be empathetic and sympathetic to them. Okay, here. This is, some people don't know how to do this. Okay, because just because you don't understand why they're upset about something or what they're going through doesn't mean that you can't be sympathetic and empathetic. Empathy usually means that you've gone through something similar as well, so you can empathize with them. Sympathy just says, okay, I may not understand, but I'm so sorry. It's a form of support, right? I'm so sorry. Let me pray for you. Let me make you some coffee or tea. Let me rub your back if that's what you need at this point in time. So do you see how all five of those things, they line up together? Know your partner's love language. Ask them what makes you happy. Be honest and communicate effectively. Support them, whatever support looks like, and then be empathetic and sympathetic to them. And I promise you, you will have a better relationship if you learn how to do some of those few things. Now, we all have our days that we can't, that we just feel like maybe one of those things is not realistic to us right then. And that's when you communicate effectively with your partner and say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with this right this moment. I'll be better. I'll be better. Thank you, Carissa. But so, if you did not get anything else but this, learn how to communicate effectively, empathize and sympathize with your significant other, support them, whatever that looks like, ask them what makes them happy, and then know their love language. And again, my course, Be Presidential in the Bedroom, right now is up and running, and that has let's see, create a safe space, exploring your love languages, preheat the oven, mindfulness, unleash that inner porn star, and then creating intimacy goals. So I'll drop the link for that as well. Guys, this has been your girl Candy J, that for that lunchtime little tidbit. Have a great day, guys. Happy Friday.